Metallicus is building the new era of finance along with its products like xprnetwork, loan protocol, metal blockchain, and others. It is trying to do something unprecedented in the history of finance. And sooner or later, a lot of retail as well as institutional stakeholders will learn about it because behind the scenes, a lot of partnerships are being forged and constructed, and a lot of developments are taking place, such as this, folks. Look at this Cyprus demand in core. Massive news for Stellar XLM holders and the entire ISO family. Stellar XLM is now live on Loan Protocol, meaning you can lend, borrow, and earn incentives without ever needing to sell your utility assets. Folks, this is really huge in my opinion because Stellar XLM is already a really good name in the utility space. And not only this, folks, some might think that this is a really good situation for loan. It is a really good situation for the Stellar holders because now you can lend, borrow, and earn incentives. And this is really good. This is a game changer because now the top ISO tokens, hbar, xrp, and xlm, are all available to be posted as collateral. So look at this. You never have to sell your bags. Number one, you have to just hold. You do not have to sell your bags for this rewards mechanism. You can unlock liquidity while holding long term. Awesome. You can earn extra yield with loan token incentives. So a really good situation for the XLM holders, folks. The Stellar XLM community can follow us as well because we oftentimes cover Stellar as well. So those in the XPR community that are interested in XLM and its coverage, they can follow as well. They can subscribe. Check this out. Instantly lend and borrow your XLM here. lending.metalx.com/markets. This is really good, folks. Really good development over here. We've seen a lot of EVM chains copy, paste, and crash, according to Crypto UK. But XPR, it is simply built different. We're talking about Pulse VM, which just dropped 100% Rust, memory safe, 100,000 TPS already, folks. This is what we're talking about. While others chase Ethereum's leftovers, XPR is writing the future. Not a clone, not a gimmick, just pure innovation that is ready to provide real world utility, provide real world use cases, and real world change. Look at this, as they say that when you are in doubt, zoom out. So when we zoom out, we are over here basically struggling with this resistance over here, but we have to check this out that we are way above this support base over here. 2024, we are way past these levels over here. We have broken through these lines, and now if we break through this resistance, I think that the next level will be killing that 0 and 0.015. I think this will be the resistance that will give us that will hold us. Basically, it will be a barrier, a blockade in our path towards 2 cents, 2.5 cents. We might struggle over here, but I think that the next level is 0.05, folks. Basically almost 1.5 cents. If you are invested in the Metallicus ecosystem and you only hold XPR and metal, you need to buy a loan as well, folks. This allows you to vote on adding crypto to the lending protocol ecosystem or stake for long-term high rates. So this is what we're talking about. Loan protocol is one of the best assets in the Metallicus ecosystem. A lot of people told me to oftentimes cover loan protocol as well while covering XPR and metal in the Metallicus broadcast. EcoX says that no hidden agenda, no NDA, no secret handshake. Metal blockchain, XPR network are openly turning USA into the crypto capital of the world, right in front of everyone, and barely anyone is noticing. Folks, USA has been left behind recently, but in recent years, but now after the new regime has taken over, we've seen some positivity in terms of regulations, in terms of a new framework being set up, and XPR and Metal can take USA to the promised land, that is really easy for it. Look at this, the only layer 0 blockchain built for compliance, the fastest blockchain with infinite subnets. Let's check this out.
Tell us a little bit about the innovation that Metallicus has on the Metal blockchain and how you're using that to drive innovation for financial institutions.
Yeah, of course. So when you think about blockchain, Metal blockchain itself is actually the only layer 0 blockchain built for compliance. So Metal blockchain is the base layer blockchain. So in order to deploy a layer 1, you essentially need to have a layer 0 to deploy that. The benefits of that blockchain gives you full control and customization of that chain. So with Metal, for example, we're actually the only one that has been built on that compliance of BSA, AML, GDPR standards. We enable secure private subnets, a number of different tailored solutions that allow bridgeless interoperability. When you think about digital identity, on-chain data storage, enhanced audit, tokenized assets. So Metal blockchain has kind of built this for the banking industry. The biggest value on top of that is that Metal is also one of the fastest, if not the fastest, blockchain in this space. When you think about infinite subnets, we're less than, I think, a half a second transaction finality versus when you think of Bitcoin, it's like 60 minutes, Ethereum is 6 minutes. So when you talk about processing speeds, we are the fastest blockchain with compliance that's built in that gives you that control.
Folks, a fellow community member of Crypto Growth once commented that there might be really good projects, but when it comes to an ecosystem, nobody is doing like Metallicus is doing. It is creating this ecosystem of really, really good projects, be it Loan Protocol, be it Metal, be it XPR. It is creating that infrastructure of finance, folks. Check this out, 12 digital assets available for lending on Loan Protocol. Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, XPR, Stellar, Doge, hbar, Litecoin. So many projects over here. Look at some of these price points. Imagine XPR at these price points. 1 cent market cap would have to be $280 million, achievable for what XPR network is doing. 5 cents will equal to $1.4 billion. 10 cents, merely $2.8 billion of market cap. 15 cents, merely $4.2 billion of market cap. I'm saying merely because, folks, what XPR, what Metallicus ecosystem is trying to build, in my opinion, it has the potential to do even more, a lot more than this. If XPR and the Metallicus ecosystem achieve what they want to achieve, the sky's the limit for it. Check this out. Nobody's watching Metal and XPR. I think this is a typo over here. Everyone is focused on XRP, XLM, and XDC, but XPR plus Metal blockchain are ISO 20022 compliant, fully regulated, and sitting in US credit union boardrooms right now. They are currently sitting there. They're currently forging a really good partnership with them, really good connections being built. Treasury rail upgrade September 30th, ISO 20022 November, $160 billion market cap versus $200 million market caps. Do the math. Look at this. The builders of Metal blockchain plus XPR network are already compliant, already live, and already working with US credit unions to issue stablecoins. So this is what we're talking about, folks. Now let's check this out, what EcoX has to offer.
If you feel like something big is happening right now, you're not crazy. Inflation is squeezing everybody. Gold, silver, the S&P 500 are all ripping. But the dollar, it is losing value every single day. And while everyone is glued to distraction, the foundation for the new financial system is being rebuilt in the background while hardly anyone is paying attention. Tomorrow, on September 30th, the U.S. Treasury upgrades its payment rails. In November, ISO 20022 goes live, becoming the global messaging standard for payment rails. Low-key, that is like upgrading your dial-up to fiber optic. It's instant, data-rich transaction across the globe. And the funny part is that most people don't even know it is happening. The biggest shift when it comes to the financial infrastructure in decades, well shit, even centuries, is happening right now, right before our very eyes. This is where Metallicus comes in. They built Metal blockchain with compliance in mind first for the banks, the credit unions, and the institutions. Their leadership isn't just hanging out at Crypto Expo. No, they're actively speaking on the panel with Citi, Anchorage Digital, regulators, credit union association members, and much more. And here's something you probably didn't know, that Marshall Hayner, the CEO, was part of the early team at the Stellar Foundation and was even worked on Dogecoin in its early days. Instead of chasing hype, he focused on compliance, identity, years before even any regulators demanded it. That's why Metallicus is already aligned with ISO 2022, the U.S. Treasury, and the future of payments. Now let's be real, everyone talks about XRP, XLM, XDC, and all these other ISO coins, but they're not talking about Metal, XPR. Look at the numbers. XRP is sitting at $169 billion market cap. Metal is setting at $195 million market cap, while XPR is setting at $160 million market cap. Do the math. The upside potential is massive. And here's the kicker. Metallicus is fully regulated, fully compliant, and focused on America being first. So if America is still the world reserve currency, that means the wealth transition will start here before it spreads outwards. And that's how Metal is set in the perfect position. Metallicus just isn't one chain. It is a full stack where we have layer 0 Metal blockchain with the compliance first foundation, layer 1 xprnetwork where the applications are live. You got NFTs, Web3 social media, the Metal X decentralized exchange, the loan protocol, their layer 2 Metal L2, their banking infrastructure layer where they're focused on bridging fiat on-ramps with layer 0 and layer 1. And on top of all of that, you got the Metal dollar, the regulated stablecoin that's backed up by a basket of regulated stablecoin ready and designed for real world adoption. So when credit unions plug in, it doesn't matter where they start. There's already a compliant layer waiting for them. And here's something that almost no other blockchain is doing right now. On-chain voting. I mean, seriously, ask yourself, what other project gives this community the ability to vote transparently on-chain? That's happening on the XPR network right now. Now, let's talk about adoption. White label means that your local credit union could roll out an app, pop their logo on it, but under the hood, Metallicus powers it all. From transferring stablecoin to lending and borrowing on your digital assets. To the member, it felt like their credit union built this app, but in reality, Metallicus provided the rails. This is how adoption scales quietly across thousands of institutions. This is why focusing on credit unions and small banks matter while nobody else is focused on them. Because with over 4,500 credit unions across the whole United States, they are the on-ramp for your everyday people to be able to interact with digital assets in a compliant and regulated manner, all at their fingertips. The tech is invisible, but everywhere. Look, the timing couldn't be more clear. The US is upgrading its payment rails on September 30th. ISO 20022 go live in November. Credit unions that began their blockchain pilots are moving into production. Metallicus is already in those rooms teaching these institutions how to issue stablecoins and actually compete with the big banks. While most of the markets is distracted by charts, meanwhile, the real plumbing of money is being rewired right now. This isn't just about the banks. This is about we the people. Inflation is crushing families. The fees are eating into everyone's paycheck and the money moves too slow. So with a blockchain stack like Metallicus that has all the rails to be able to move money instant, cheap, and more transparent, credit unions can compete with Wall Street, and your everyday person will be able to have access to digital assets right at their fingertip through a trusted institution. That right there is the reset that most people don't even see. Look, XRP, XLM, XDC are all going to play a role in this transition of the monetary system, but metal and XPR are severely overlooked, and it is much bigger than you ever can anticipate. Because again, if the reset is here and America is the world reserve currency, then the upside potential is explosive, and all we have to do is tap into it. Now I know that was a lot to intake, but if you want to learn more about metal,
So folks, what do you guys think about XPR, Metal, Loan, and the entire Metallicus ecosystem? Do you think that they are building a new era of finance? Do let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.